was put across his body. Ryan went down well, showed very strong hands, got his left arm to it and deflected it away for a corner. So there's one player certainly this evening who's impressing when he doesn't play regularly for the first team. And Gary Neville will have to have a look at Matthew Ryan.
First match.
Headed away, Granada continue to insist. Certainly putting up a good showing considering they did go into this 4-0 down from the first game.
Fully matched.
Two players waiting out on that left wing and the pass not able to find either of them. Franrico.
Fully matched. First match.
Granada continue to push forward.
Fully matched.
And the throw-in will be taken on that far side by Edgar Mendez. Mainz. Jagba got away with one there, and then the deflection falls nicely and kind of for Newton. Isaac shows a good touch and draws a round of applause from the crowd. And the referee let the game go on as Isaac was tackled and pulled the ball back for the foul on Rochina, and rightly so. And a slight word in the ear of the aggressor. Indeed, it was youngster Wilfried Zaiba, well, not too young, 22 now. A French midfielder, but not had much opportunity to shine.
Fully matched.
The Valencia first team, and that time the header came in. It was a firm one from Adelan Santos. He got up ahead of El Arabi and nodded it away for a corner. The ball get away from him and it was played back comfortably to Kelaba. And now once more Rochina out to Isaac. Isaac having another chance to run at Beto. It's good skills and played into the far corner and off the inside of the post. Granada come even closer. Rochina there with the instep. It beat Matthew Ryan. And Granada come even closer, having seen one shot fired straight to the keeper. Another one finally saved. That one did get past him at long last, but it cannoned back off the far post. And Matthew Ryan is living a charmed life somewhat in the Valencia goal. Granada now having 5 opportunities.
First match.
And this Valencia side are going to have to really pull something out of the bag, because even though they did win the first leg by such a margin, defeat here would not go down too well back at Mestalla. I want to see exactly what Gary Neville's teams are made of and just how much he's changing and adapting to Spanish football, and how he's going to alter things at Valencia and try and make them a strong outfit once more, able to compete after the slightly poor start to the campaign. They did qualify for the Champions League, of course, but Neville in his first game in charge was unable to keep them in the competition. They struck up a partnership. And Granada's debts were wiped and they were promoted to the Segunda A in one season, then straight up to La Primera.
Fully matched.
And of course the Potho family, who purchased Watford and then are now in the English Premier League back in 2013. So they gained some publicity and notoriety for just the large number of loan players, with the Potho family not afraid to send players across from Udinese to help bolster Granada's promotion push. No one was complaining, but since they have been in the Spanish top flight, having got promoted at the end of the 2011-12 campaign, they've flirted with relegation in every season as the ball is played in. El Arabi flicked it on and appeals for a handball and is in the back of the net from Franrico. He advises Mr. Estrada Fernandez that I don't think it was intentional, or indeed it did touch his arm. The referee isn't going to change his mind. It's just a replay here. Don't think it did touch his arm at all, did it? Looking from that angle. The whistle had gone and the keeper remained stationary for that reason. I'm not sure that touched
First match.
his left arm at all there, Frambrico, but whether he'd have been able to get the shot in, I'm not sure, because I think the referee's whistle certainly brought all the players
Fully matched.
to a halt. And the ball played in round the back, and Negredo's a
Fully
long way back.
matched.
He's never going to be found standing the wrong side of Diego Mainz. You just see a replay here of that instant. Not much clearer on that occasion, but I really think that hit his knee and then went up into his midriff there, Frambrico. Not happy with what he's seeing, and whether he's making the changes or sending out the instructions in English or Spanish. Can't hear from up here, but be interesting to know. Well, once more on that far side. That's a good touch, and looking for Isak on this far side.
Fully matched.
And the foul conceded. Fans not too happy. And a yellow card for Lucas Orban, who I said came off the bench at the weekend in the 2-0 defeat against Real Sociedad. Orban has a few words. Didn't agree with the free kick being given. Didn't protest his yellow card too much, but he is the first recipient of a booking. Can't see from here just with how much there was in that, but
First match.
Orban will have to be careful now. Picked up easily in midfield there by
Fully
Chiagbo.
matched.
Played out wide and now down the line by Rochina, looking for Isak. Betho just got the tackle in. Newton back to Agbo. Looking for some support, and he finds it in the shape of Frambrico. All the way out to the far side. And Miguel Lopez. And that time the cross wasn't a bad one, not much pace on it, more accuracy than anything, and it was comfortable for Shrodran Mustafi just to clear. Another clumsy tackle there by Zaibo. He's conceded one free kick already this evening, and quite a harsh challenge. The referee looks to keep his cards in his pocket as Ruben Rochina gets himself to his feet. A few whistles from the crowd, even though they know their side may well be exiting the cup. I'd like to see their side record a morale-boosting victory, but as I said, from the way Granada have been playing, they could have had 2 or 3 goals already this evening. And if one of those had gone in, it would have been a test of nerve for a makeshift Valencia team. Rochina takes it, and his drive is still rising as it flew over the Valencia crossbar there. Or Frambrico.
First match. Fully
It was Rochina who
matched.
took it. Frambrico was behind it. He went for power from that angle. If he
Fully
half a metre
matched.
lower, and the keeper may well have been sprawling.
Fully matched.
but as it was, too much power behind that. Put away by Newton once more, and then all the way back to Kelaba. And it's all the way back to the Granada goalkeeper. Given away too easy, and Cancelao can flick it through. Negredo knocks it down and didn't get enough on the assist for either of the his two teammates behind him. Granada once more can push it out wide to Newton. He sacks in front.
Fully matched.
Rochina looking for the space, and he's found by Agbo, and now Isak has it. He's only got one to aim for in the centre. Step over once again. Far too complicated there to find Newton.
First match.
That time the flick on from Valencia was a good one, and Negredo goes for goal from distance. It made Kelaba dive, but was always going wide. If that had gone in, that would have been some opening goal inside his own half, but
First
Just-
match.
swept from right to left through
Match.
the ball.
Match.
Always going to put a bit of swing on it, and as it was,
Fully matched.
perhaps not enough height to lift it over the goalkeeper either. It's a sign also of Negredo's growing frustration at the lack of supply. And there's the pass into feet, and he pointed where he wanted it, and it certainly wasn't behind him as the pass came in. He pointed in front saying put it in there, and the ball came in and almost hit him on the heels, on the ankles rather. No. Agbo into the feet
fully
of Rochina.
matched.
Well, certainly playing an attacking game this evening. They do get back in numbers to try and stifle Valencia, but it's great play there, and the cross comes in, and El Arabi saw it was above him and left it for Isak, and then it just dropped down. And there's a foul from Agbo once more.
First match.
Barbosa was just knocked over rather clumsy. Can't
Fully
have too
matched.
many complaints about that. Mustafi get the ball back to Ryan as Barbosa picks himself up after getting the knock across the neck. Zaibo out to that far side. And it's brought all the way across once more, and Mustafi given the responsibility of pushing up and looking for an opening and some movement. Wilfried Zaibo now with the feet of Piatti. Barbosa gets it out wide once more. Back to square one somewhat. Mustafi was in this position about 30 seconds ago. This time he goes out wide right to Cancelo. Betho makes the overlap, and he does have time to look up and try and get in a decent cross. Nodded on by Negredo. I think it's Villalba who got in there. Didn't really get a connection with it. I think he knows just how close he was. And there's the nod on. And the good defending to just block it out. That near post there by Miguel Lopez, who got back. So Valencia do have a corner, taken left-footed and doesn't even get past the first
match.
post. Neville not looking too concerned at the moment. Valencia now having caught up in the number of corners that they've had after
Fully
Granada was spate early on in the encounter. This time it's played slightly higher, and the breakthrough comes. Wilfried Zaibo, 42 minutes on the clock. Granada had all the openings up until now, and you can tell by the face of Jose Ramon Sandoval what a kick in the teeth that is. Valencia have chipped away, but really troubled Ivan Calaba. What a moment for the 22-year-old French B-team player, promoted under Gary Neville, to see what he's made of at the highest level, and he took that superbly. Shrugged off the challenge there of Uche Agbo, and as the keeper came, just as he did successfully before, this time he arrived too late, and you can tell what that means to Zaibo. It's a good header, and as we approach half-time, we finally have the breakthrough.
Matched.
It's Granada
Fully
0,
matched.
Valencia 1.
Fully matched.
Not necessarily say against the run of play, but certainly
Fully
against the number
matched.
of chances both sides have had. Granada had at least 5 or 6
Fully.
good
Fully
opportunities
matched.
to reduce the deficit. Instead they find themselves 5-0 behind on aggregate now. As Valencia show them how to take the most of their opportunities when they come along.
Fully
They didn't
matched.
need to test the keeper or open Granada up on several occasions, just wait for the right set piece, and the goal belongs to the visitors, and that will have changed Sandoval's half-time team talk, and may well indeed of course changed Gary Neville's. As Barbosa picks it up and Valencia
Fully
go in search
matched.
of a second. The tie well and truly already won. Well, now would have to score 6 in order to progress. And they haven't scored 1 in the 133 minutes that have been played so far. Ball chipped
Fully
in
matched.
far too high for Negredo, who left it thinking that Cancelo might have been just behind him. And the clearance by Newton looking for Isak was a poor one, and you can tell that Los Che certainly have gained confidence and grown into this encounter. Of course, the issue when you throw in a lot of players who don't play regularly at the highest level and the odd youngster, it's not just about the ability that each individual has, but of course the team has had
fully
experience playing together and no time to gel. But you see a replay here, he caught that superbly. Guided away into that far corner. I'm not sure he could quite believe it.
Fully matched.
He's just thrown this evening and given his head, as they like to say, by Neville. Obviously he's had a good look, and no doubt Phil Neville, his brother, who's been at Valencia for some while longer, would have informed him about the potential in the youth ranks.
Fully matched. Fully matched.
A replay here of the challenge by Ruben Beto. Looks somewhat confused that his opponent stayed on the ground for quite so long. Obviously caught him with the studs or something. But he's up now and seems to be all right. And Rochina and Franrico, as so many occasions, Franrico leaving Rochina to take the set piece. Perhaps with the words of coach Jose Ramon Sandoval ringing in their ears, Granada will look to draw level early on and try and make a game out of it at least. Well, they certainly did that in the opening period, but without a goal to their name.
First match.
Statistics
match.
It's Valencia who lead 1-0 on the night as Villalba went down. And Ryan now will look to send the ball long rather than take any risks, as Negredo got up, was beaten in the air though by Uche Agbo. And that's turned away by Edgar Mendes to this near side. And Miguel Lopez to Franrico inside to
Fully
Agbo
matched.
once more, looking for his options. Valencia with two banks of four, not yet feeling the pressure, but I'm sure if they were to start edging down the table, then questions would be asked. 23 points, 8 points clear of Sporting de Gijón, who lie in the top spot in the bottom three, so to speak. So not much danger yet, but
fully matched.
First win as Valencia coach, as Isak looks to make moves down that side, but well marshalled.
First fully matched
to Matthew Ryan. Zaibo.
Fully matched.
Across to Mustafi now. He sold Isak the dummy rather too easily and gets it out wide into the feet of Pablo Piatti. Piatti wins that ball despite the physical differences between he and Rochina. Now Barbosa maintains position for Valencia and all the way back to Mustafi once more. It's good play into the feet of Negredo, but the pass back to Zaibo. Saw the youngster unable to come then find the pass. He looked to get it through the eye of a needle, and now Bakali can have a run at the Granada defence, and he was pulled down, and well, the top half was pulled down, but actually his ankle, and there's going to be a card here for Uche Agbo. Fairly regular player in the Granada lineup. Just see what damage he did here. Just
first fully matched.
The legs of
fully matched
Zakaria Bakali. Seemed to hurt quite a lot as well. He went down rather dramatically there. Bakali
fully matched.
He's made a couple
fully
of appearances
matched
for Belgium, just 19. So he too looking to forge a
fully
place in
matched.
Gary Neville's
fully matched.
starting 11. And with Pablo Piatti and Negredo over this. Negredo looking the more determined. He's going to run straight onto it if he does take it. Indeed, it's in France. Played for France under 21
Fully
international before
matched.
deciding to declare himself a Congo international. He's now made a handful of appearances for the African nation. He's had spells on loan with Las Palmas and West Brom, and also Almeria before joining Granada on loan this season. Espanyol just looking to see if the regular first team football can help in his growth. Standout haircut from the substitute as Ruben Betho looks to get up, and just the hand off there from Misak into the face. Not enough to do any permanent damage, but certainly going to hurt for a few seconds after the initial blow. And that's good play from Fran Rico, just turns it back to Fanucci Egbo, now into the feet of Rochina, but
Fully matched.
he took it
Fully
under control
matched.
and ran straight into the imposing figure of Wilfried Zaibo, who was then knocked to the ground by the newcomer Tiebi.
Fully matched.
At this stage in the game, and indeed this stage in the tie, and Alabama not looking too annoyed at being taken off, and got a
First match.
Chaton
Fully
derriere
matched.
from Sandoval for
Fully
good measure.
matched.
Fairly impressive first half. That ball whipped in from out wide by Negredo, showing the sort of service he might like, but Alcacer, who is indeed Valencia's top scorer this season with 8 goals in the
Fully
league.
matched.
3 ahead of the second top scorer, Dani Parejo, who's on 5. So perhaps Granada will have plenty more to think about with the more mobile Alcacer now patrolling the front line for Valencia. And the Orange outfit continues to play on, and it's an early chance, and it's 2-0. He's only just come onto the field. Paco Alcacer didn't play to the whistle, or did. There was no whistle, so he carried on going. No offside. Ruben Rochina was down in the Granada half, and the ball went over the top of the Granada back four. Paco Alcacer raced onto it and calmly played it through. No foul. Saibo making an attack and then waving play on, and Alcacer straight onto it and just calmly placed it past Calaba. 2-0 to Valencia, and a fine finish just to show exactly why he is the top scorer for Los Che this season. And gets the
Fully matched.
congratulations of a fellow substitute in the shape of Zakaria Bakali. Marchina's still down.